Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Chris Thomas, owner of Right on Target Real Estate. Now, Chris, I'm really excited about this great new listing that you have. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is a Victorian home with a ton of history. This was built in 1899. It's the WI57 house.
Yeah, this home has a lot of history. It's just sitting right on the very edge of town in Lodi. It's a house that is kind of a once-in-a-generation house to be able to buy. There's only been about 7 families that have lived there in the last 116 years. It's a really exciting house for us to list. It's got so many beautiful characteristics, including beautiful stained glass. It's got woodwork that just blows your mind. I mean, and everything in this house has been gone over. And a lot of times when you're in a Victorian home, there's a lot of work to be done. This is one of those rare cases where you have a Victorian home that's really move-in ready. These people have such an attention for detail that own the home now. They've literally just went through and done everything that they could, and they've really done a great job with keeping the old things that are in the house so they look like they're new, but yet they're actually the original pieces that should be in this house.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history on this house?
Yeah, well, this house was actually built for a gentleman by the name of WI57, who was a wealthy, I believe, business owner in the Lodi area. And he lived in the house for several years. In fact, he passed away. It was kind of a tragic event, but the house was built by a guy by the name of C.C. Menace, who was one of the premier builders right at the turn of the century, and he built a number of homes around that area that are very high-end, and this could be possibly like the crown jewel of the maybe 12 to 16 houses he built. This house took him about 3 years just to finish it, and he imported a bunch of different types of woods and different things from all over the world to build this house. So it's just a very, very unique house, and it's a huge house. It's over 4,000 square feet. I think it could make a great home for somebody that has a large family, or maybe somebody that would want to possibly turn it into a bed and breakfast and preserve this, because it is a home that's on the National Registry of Homes that are historic.
Yeah, and this home is truly a jewel. Now, this new listing is located in Lodi, correct?
That's correct. It's literally just off the downtown area of Lodi, kind of looking down on the older part of town there. So it's a really neat setting. You know, Lodi has a nice creek that kind of runs through, and I guess on a calm day you can kind of hear the creek even from where this is. So it's just a really neat setup. And once again, I can't say enough about how the owners of this home have done they're tirelessly putting this house back together over the years. And literally, this house, if you walk in, it just feels like a museum with the furniture and the things they have and all the details that they've really taken care of to make sure this house just looks flawless.
It is an amazing home. Well, stay with us. We have more right after this.